With New Radio Sports, I'm Gary Barta, and we are here with Sturgeon Bay head coach Carl Waterstreet. First off, Coach Waterstreet, I want to congratulate you on your new position of head coach of Sturgeon Bay. How did that process turn out, and how does it feel to be the head coach of Sturgeon Bay?
It's extremely humbling. I appreciate that, Gary. It's kind of a dream come true. I've been coaching under Jim Adams for 4 seasons, and never really thought about being the head coach until Coach Adams decided to resign. And there was some difficulties, I guess, lining up a new coach. And so I let athletic director Michael know, hey, I'll be interested. We built a very good program through the years, and I hate to see it kind of dwindle down. And so when they were running into problems finding a coach, I came forward and was blessed with the position.
Now, I know you were an assistant coach last season, so can you walk me through last season? Do you really think the record defines that team, or was there more of a behind-the-scenes culture that could carry into this season?
Well, it's hard to compare the 2 seasons, just simply because 8-man is a lot different than 11-man. When you look at schemes and you look at travel time and fatigue and all of that, we're traveling 3 hours for games when you get to 8-man compared to, some of these games that we're traveling a half hour for, maybe 15 minutes in some cases in the Packerland now. So there's a little bit of a difference. A lot of the men that are back, they're older. They hit the weight room hard this off season. They know what they have to do in order to succeed in 11-man football. So you're going to see a completely revamped team this season.
Now, building on the difference between 8-man and 11-man, your offense did at times show glimpses of success last season. Do you think that has the ability to carry over?
Absolutely. We have a completely revamped scheme when it comes to offense. It's broken down into our language is a lot simpler. Our understanding of the route concepts and running back concepts are a lot easier for the kids to understand, and they have really picked up on it fast, and we've been able to expand on it a lot faster than what we anticipated already. So our playbook is growing by the day, and it's easy for the athletes to pick up on it and move forward.
Now, it appears that your roster doesn't have too many seniors on it, with only 4, as I believe. So what do you expect from those 4 players to show the senior leadership and show kind of a younger team the way of high school football?
These seniors are hungry, and it's exciting as a coach to watch the progression. I've coached these guys pretty much their whole high school life, and to watch them grow and develop all the way through has been fun and exciting, and to see them take over that leadership role this year is humbling as now their head coach, because where I've seen them come from and the development and the strength and how big they've gotten. And, you spend so much time during the football season with these athletes that you develop relationships with them. And it's fun being out there with them and watching them now step up to the plate and really take over this team.
So with the younger team, I guess you could say, what are some players that you expect to show vast improvements from last season and need to even have some breakout seasons?
It's hard to pick out just one. I think our team has really come together and developed together. The biggest thing that I've preached, number one and first and foremost when I took over this year, was accountability. And not only accountability for each other, but as community members, as student athletes. My emphasis is students first. And each one of them have kind of pledged to each other and the team that they're going to step up in more ways than just football. They're going to step up in the community. They're going to step up in school. And on top of that, be better football players. And I got to be honest, trying to develop this depth chart, the coaches and I sat down, it was very difficult to pick, the starters, because we have so many talented kids on this team that deserve spots. And it's just one of those things where we're blessed to have that, but you have to make tough decisions.
Now, turning the attention to the big game tonight, your first game in 3 years in 11-man, what do you expect from Green Bay West tonight? Obviously, you said earlier in the season you've looked at every team, but I imagine you looked at Green Bay West more recently. What do you kind of expect from them, whether scheme-wise, personnel-wise?
They're a physical team. They're big up front. And we're going to have our challenges up on the line. They have a very good running back that we have to keep an eye out for. We seem to run similar defensive schemes, so it was a blessing probably on both sides to see that, to know that our offenses are kind of going against what we're probably going to see tonight. So it was, in comparison of the two teams, I think we are pretty well equal. Like I said, they're pretty physical up front, so our linemen are definitely going to have the challenges out for them, and our running backs are going to have to make the right cuts and the right reads, and our quarterback's going to have to be on it. So this team is no joke. Their coach has got a lot of experience in his past coaching jobs over in the Midwest part of the state. So though we have two brand new coaches hitting the field tonight with two fairly different teams, it's going to be a good matchup.
Now, I know it's only week one, but how healthy is the team?
We lost a pretty good athlete to an injury at our scrimmage. We have a couple kids that have some bangs and bruises, but other than that, I think we're doing pretty well. We are fairly healthy. Your typical mid-season bumps and bruises and aches and pains, but we've been having some pretty steady contact in practices, trying to get their bodies conditioned and strong enough, and so they understand what they're going to be getting like when we start, racking the pads together. So a little coaching philosophy change when it came to that this year, so we're a little bit more prepared when we get onto the field, so the always don't happen right away. They take care in practice, so they're ready to go.
Sturgeon Bay will be taking on Green Bay West on 103.3 The Clipper tonight. Quinn Struck and Gary Barta on the call. Thank you, Coach Waterstreet, for your time.
Thank you, guys.